Hi everyone. In this month's SEEDS Alum Corner, we are featuring Edauri Navarro Pérez. Hi Edauri, thank you for joining us today.
Hi, Valeria. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Of course. So we wanted to start out just getting to know more about you. So how did you become involved with SEEDS?
I became involved with SEED Science my first years as an undergraduate student, especially because of the chapter that was in my university. The university that I was University of Puerto Rico, Rio Piedras campus, and the chapter was ACA-SEEDS. So I got involved since my freshman year, and they did like really good activities. Like those first years of my undergraduate studies, they were doing some research with Elvia Ackerman about an endemic species in Puerto Rico. So we went a few times to collect some data in the forest, and that was really
What kind of species was that? For those that are not familiar, like the common
uh,
name?
I don't know the common name
No?
of it. I just know the scientific name.
Yeah. Is it a plant,
It's a plant.
invertebrate?
Yeah, it's a
It's a
plant.
plant?
Yeah, I'm
Oh, okay.
sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, so yeah, we just went and collect some data, and that was for me really fascinating. And because also the group was really nice, um, also we did other activities like we went to different outreach events talking about the importance of science, the importance of terrestrial ecosystems, to different types of publics, and we did also like activities to bond within ourselves, and they were like really exciting. And then I applied for a field trip, a SEEDS field trip in Wisconsin. I think that's when I met you.
Yeah, we were roomies then.
Yes. And it was like my first time doing something sciencey outside of Puerto Rico, and it was so nice. And the people, like the network and the people that they were there, were really nice, and they just wanted to provide you the most authentic experience of science. I remember that field trip changed me, and I was like, I want to keep doing this, and I really enjoy SEEDS overall. So
Oh, that's so great. So you were part of the SEEDS chapter in Puerto Rico and did a lot of outreach events and also were involved with the national and like field trips as well. Yeah,
yes.
those field trips were definitely awesome and I really liked them as well. Oh, that's awesome. Um, so can you tell us how like your involvement with SEEDS was important for you as in your career and your goals and your development?
Yes, definitely. I think that SEEDS was my first exposure, like a little bit more like outside of my comfort zone of Puerto Rico and science in Puerto Rico. It was like my first exposure, like doing something science outside of my island. So, and people were so comforting and so nice, and they were like experts.
Yeah.
So it just made me realize that I wanted to explore different areas and explore different ecosystems. So after that experience, and especially after my first conference, my first ESA conference, that it was
Mhm.
the 100 annual anniversary. Yeah,
The one in
it was.
Maryland, right?
Yes,
Yes.
yes. That I met so many people in there. And actually, I met one of my mentors for my undergrad thesis in that conference.
Oh, that's so
Um,
great.
so networking really helped.
Hmm.
But those experiences changed me and led me to become the person that I am today, the scientist that I am today. Um, with and I still have like mentors, and I still have their support. Like I still communicate with them, because I'm
Hmm.
so grateful for these experiences. So definitely, they were SEEDS was a key part for my formation as a scientist.
Oh, yeah, for many of us, so like Seed provided like those opportunities to open up your network, even like teach you how to network with other people and interact and with other students through SEEDS. So this is great. So can you tell us a little bit about what you're doing now? I know you're in Arizona State University, but some about your research and kind of where you want to take it from here.
So right now I am in Arizona State University, like you said, and I am doing my Ph.D. studies with Heather Troop, which is my PI. And right now my research is focused on how different root properties, like root structures, can affect soil properties for restoration in drylands. So it's kind of like a little bit complicated, the research. But I'm really enjoying this research because, well, my team is really good. Like I am so privileged to have like a really good lab team, and really supported too. Also, because of the topics, like I always wanted to, well, not always, but in that conference, in that ESA conference, I discovered that I like soils. And then after that, I was like, I want to study soils, but I don't know which part of soils, because
Of course,
there's a lot of
there's
stuff in
so
soils.
much.
Yeah. So this research allows me the opportunity to study a little bit more of soil biogeochemistry, and to also study root structures, which I think that's a really important connection between plants and soils, because so, the roots are the part that is touching the soils, and the interaction also. So I'm doing that right now, and hopefully with these studies I can focus, I can still study soils. It could be in dryland ecosystems like I'm doing right now, and I'm really interested in these ecosystems, but it can be also in different ecosystems. I'm very open to that, but I also want to move forward to programs like SEEDS, because I think that it's really important to I don't know, to do, like, I think that I received, mentorship. Like I received so much from different types of experiences and opportunities like SEEDS, and I want to give back the same things that they were given to me. So I want to incorporate maybe like, I want to move forward with like biogeochemistry of soils, roots, maybe a little bit of environmental justice, but I want to keep doing also mentorship and things like that I received when I was a SEED student, because they really shaped me.
Yes, of course. Now you can give back to undergraduates and have them help you in the field.
Yes, definitely.
So it's always awesome. I mean, with mentorship, I mentored 4 undergrads during my graduate school, well, still, and 3 of them went to get their masters. So it was really like,
Wow.
yeah, it was really awesome experience to be able to mentor them from freshman year to graduation to the grad school process. Oh man, that's how old that's how long I've been in grad school. But it's a great experience. With that topic, what would be one piece of advice you would give a current or future SEED student?
I will say that I think that these opportunities like SEEDS are very unique, and maybe not everybody like know about them, or like are so accessible. I'm not saying SEEDS, because I think that SEEDS is very accessible, but like experiences like this. So if somebody has the opportunity to apply for them and to get them like the field trip, the conference, or the chapters, just working in the chapters, that's really important. I think that students should do it, because they really, really shape your view of science, and you start thinking also about different topics that your colleagues are doing, collaboration, which is really important in science. The networking is really important too. So you start, I think that applying to these opportunities is a game changer. At least it was for me. So I try to encourage everybody to like apply them, because I know that they're good. I'm not like recommending something that is bad.
Oh yeah,
I know that they're
definitely.
good. So I always try to encourage everybody to apply and to believe in themselves and that they can do it, because seeds believe in us. Like seeds,
Hmm.
like accept us and took us to those filters because they believe in us, and that's like a huge, like having somebody else that maybe do not know you so well believe in you. That's a huge power. So I think that it's just, I recommend everybody to just do it. Just do it.
Yes, definitely. Um, so, Edauri, before we end, I wanted to ask you how you reached out to your current advisor and if you are under any fellowships to help you with your research, whether it's TA-ships or graduate research or any other fellowships.
Can you repeat again the first part of the question? It was like
Oh,
cut a bit.
sorry. How did you reach out to your advisor and how you found that connection?
So I went to a conference. It was an Aslam conference, and I had like a mentor in there. And then she was doing the same things that I wanted to do, but in water. She was like testing biogeochemistry of water. She was testing human impacts on biogeochemistry of water. And I was like, I want the same thing, but in soils. And then I asked her, I was just like, hey, I like your work, but I like it in soils. Can you recommend me somebody? And this person recommended me to look at ASU, and my advisor, it's in ASU. So I reached out, and she has been very nice since the first moment, and very nice. She's
Oh,
amazing.
very helpful. That's
Yeah, she's very helpful. Um, and I mean, I have this enormous opportunity because in my school, when they accept you, you can be a TA, you can have RAs too. So that helps me with my funding, but also I
mhm.
have a fellowship, graduate research, the ERFP. I always the
Oh
year,
yeah,
yeah,
the
the year,
GRFP, the NSF
yeah,
GRFP. That's
yeah,
so
the
great.
NSF ERFP.
Did you apply while in high school? I mean, while in grad school or
Yes.
while you
I
were
applied when I
in
was
grad
an
school?
undergrad, my last
Okay.
year as an undergrad, when I was applying for grad school. So I applied and I didn't thought that I will get it, and I got it, and I was like, what?
Well, I'm sure
Because I
that
know,
many of the SEED students that are applying for the GRFP, I know that's very common. Maybe they could reach out to you for some help as
oh yes,
you were selected. That's so, I mean, it's a very competitive fellowship, so congratulations. I'm glad you're doing so well, and I'm so glad we got to catch up. Thank you so much for joining us today. And if anybody has any questions for Edauri, her contact information will be in this blog. And feel free to reach out to her if you want to network or have any questions about grad school. Well, thank you and see you next time.
thank you. Bye.
Bye.